I've been seeing a lot of commercials for this new Pizza Hut hot honey pepperoni pizza. Let's check this thing out here. All right, so this pizza has 79 ingredients in here, 7 mentions of sugar, and when I saw the hot honey sauce, I knew it, but it's corn syrup, sugar, and then a touch of honey, and as you can see, it's pretty caked on here.
So I think we could talk about this real quick. So there shouldn't be that many ingredients in a pizza.
Yeah.
Right.
And if they're not going to use like real honey, they should probably, if you do this at home, you should probably use like raw honey.
Can you like monk fruit too? Something like that? Could you use monk fruit?
Well, I mean, if you want to
Maybe
put
not
honey
for
on it,
honey.
you want to just use real honey, right?
Just an idea, guys.
So probably less ingredients. You can actually go out and you can find Italian wheat, which would be a better alternative if you want to make this at home. There's also some companies that actually make pre-made pizza dough that you can go to the store and you can actually buy that dough, and then you could put your own toppings on it, and you'd probably only have maybe 10 ingredients instead of 77 some ingredients.
Or
I
just
think
don't
if I make a sourdough pizza dough, it's water, flour, ironically a small amount of honey, and sourdough starter.
Yeah.
Right? A little salt. That's it. It's like 4 ingredients.
Why I prefer loose leaf tea over the ones in the bag. Number one, loose leaf tea has superior flavor and quality. But have you ever thought what these tea bags are made of? They're actually made of bleached chlorinated paper or plastics and rayon. And what happens when you put just boiled water in bleached paper or nylon or rayon? The toxins leach
There's
into your
probably some
cup of
teas
tea.
that don't have that.
That makes sense.
These you guys that like to drink.
I don't want to drink tea.
You don't drink tea at all?
I drink vodka.
What
I
about you?
like sleepy time tea.
Sleepy time tea, like a chamomile tea. So what he's saying in the video is essentially you want to use loose leaf tea because bag tea is actually not as potent. There's less in it, and then what they do is they grind it up really fine. So usually 4 tea bags is equivalent to the same amount of loose leaf tea.
Because you do loose leaf,
Yeah.
don't you?
I usually do loose leaf tea, and the reason why I do it is because it's stronger. Usually you want to go organic because the tea is not washed before it sees you. So there's a multitude of reasons why you want to use loose leaf, and you want to try to steep it in some sort of metal steeper.
Got
Yeah,
it.
and
So
you
then
know-
how do you generally strain it? Sorry.
So you just strain it. I mean, with metal, some of the Keurigs have plastic strainers. If that's all you got, that's all you got. But if you can find a metal container,
I see when you put yours in there. Yeah.
it comes in a little metal strainer, and that's a good way to do it.
Yeah, or I actually have one of those kettles, like an electric kettle, and it has a little filter you can put in it. You
Yes.
can use it or not use it. So I guess I could just do that.
I don't
know
drink
why
tea.
I do that.
I drink coffee.
It's time, my friends, to start eating more living foods, such as kefir. I used to call it kefir, like Kiefer Sutherland, but this is a living probiotic-rich drink. It's like drinkable yogurt.
can't drink
in
all
here
milk.
are billions
kefir?
of
It's
living
like yogurt,
bacteria that
but
foster your
more
gut.
liquidy.
70% of the cells that make up your immune system actually live in there. So when you give it gut-friendly fermented foods, those microbes are very happy. I actually have this.
Have you guys ever tried
Yeah,
kefir
I like
before?
it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I've never
tastes
tried it.
just
Pretty
like
good.
yogurt. Maybe a little more tart.
You get different flavors?
You can get different flavors, but it's like I would say it's in between the flavor of milk and yogurt. It's like in between. It's almost in between. It's a little bit different than cottage cheese. So it's kind of like a mix of all those things. It's not as sweet as maybe some sweetened yogurts, but it's also not as kind of salty as like a cottage cheese. Is that
And
how
the
you guys would
texture-
describe it?
Yeah, to me it's like a
never
watery
had it.
yogurt, right?
Yes,
like
it's
how they have
similar
those
to a
yogurt
yogurt.
smoothie drinks and stuff, but I would assume maybe healthier because it's got
Yeah,
more
it's got
of
more
the
of
good
the
sugar in
bacteria,
it,
right?
Usually less sugar.
Less sugar?
It's not really a sugary drink unless they were to add
have to try it.
extra in. But it's going to have probiotics in there, like a yogurt should have. Some yogurts are just full of sugar without any probiotics, so you have to be really careful what kind of yogurts you're buying. You want to get low or no sugar, and you want to get stuff that has probiotics in it.
Yeah.
Think you're giving feeding your kids veggies in these straws, you're being swindled, and I'm going to prove it. Because the primary ingredients are corn flour, potato starch, cornstarch, and
veggie
rice
straws,
flour.
that's a joke.
Those ingredients have no nutrition. They're just
feel
simple
like most
starches.
snacks that
The
come
next
in a
ingredient
package
is cane
probably
sugar.
aren't.
Not
And then
good for you.
Unfortunately, the
organic
kids love them
vegetables. But
way
riddle me
more
this.
than
If
actual
38
vegetables.
straws
in
has
my
a
house.
total of less than 1 gram of sugar, and that sugar is ahead of the organic vegetables.
That's a really good
That
point.
means I can deduce that 38 straws has less than 1 gram of organic vegetables in there too.
makes sense.
Oh, and by the way, it's fried in processed inflammatory oil. You're being
Safflower oil.
Have you guys had those before?
Yeah, they're good. I
Yes.
like
Yeah.
them. No, I'm not gonna lie.
They
I
are
feel
tasty.
like the fattiness in
Yeah.
those is really addicting almost.
Yes.
And it's
like they're almost greasy.
it doesn't like you can't turn off the hunger.
Yeah, anything with chips,
which is
though.
dangerous. Because usually, if it's a Whole Foods, something that has a lot of fiber in it, it will turn off your hunger after a while.
Right, you get
So I think
fuller.
people need to be really careful with some of these snacks, especially with kids. If you're able to eat a ton of it and your hunger doesn't turn off, then the kids are gonna be the same way.
Yeah.
Yep.